Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to What She Said. It is 8 o'clock. When you see me, you know exactly what time it is. Welcome, everyone. I'll give everybody a chance to respond to the notifications and join us live. We have a good one tonight. Last night was excellent. Almost 2 hours of thoroughly engaging content regarding the 2025 Colorado Buff schedule. And I still think we're right, 11-1. So we shall see. Welcome, welcome, everyone. How was everybody's day? Drop me an emoji. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. If you're geeked, drop the extreme smiley face. If you need a hug, let us know. We'll send you a virtual hug. And if you're chilling, drop the sunglasses. Let us know how you're doing. All right. So tonight we are talking about the NFL draft. Now, we know that we have 2 first-round draft picks locked up. Actually, top 5. We know we have Travis. We know we have Shedeur. But there are some other Colorado Buffaloes. I did some research that might have an idea of what their future is going to look like in the NFL draft. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. So I'll give it a few seconds. Wait for the squad to show up. Wait for the squad to show up. You can follow us. We're live on Twitch right now. We're live on YouTube and we're on IG. I keep the IG stories updated daily. I have no idea why whenever I go live, I feel the need to cough. I don't know what it is. But, you know, it is what it is. So I always have water right here. But if you're on Twitch tonight, if you're a gamer or if you use Twitch for any other reason, give us a follow there. If you're joining us here on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. YouTube loves likes. The algorithm does anyway. I'll set the vibe until the squad shows up. We go live every day, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all for the shout outs on YouTube for the shorts. I dropped a short regarding Jordan Seaton, Follow the Leader. I shared it here first. And I'm just going to play some music, give it a moment, get the vibe going. Music is by Bougie Beats. All right, everybody. Let's see who's with us. Let's see. All right. So we're going to get going. All right. So I asked everybody how they're doing. I made the announcements. We're live on Twitch. You can catch us live every day here at 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, give us a follow. We have memberships. So our memberships, we have 2 levels. What She Said family and friends of What She Said. So shout out to our current members. We will be doing member only podcast. If there's some breaking news, don't be surprised if it's members only. All right. Let me turn this down so we can get going. All right. So we have some players in addition to Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter that are getting ready for the NFL draft, right? So I wanted to talk about some people you don't generally hear about all the time and the speculation, the projections on where they could land. So let's talk about LaJohntay. All right, so LaJohntay Wester, y'all know who he is. You know he's a baller. You know he transferred in for his last year. He balled out where he was, I think, at FAU. I think it's FAU. In fact, I think that's where Shedeur was going to go before Coach Prime took the job at Colorado. And I told y'all that Shedeur is one heck of a recruiter. And the fact that the guys that he brought were instrumental in bringing to Colorado, Jordan Seaton, LaJohntay Wester, and Travis Hunter balled out. So with that being said, y'all know LaJohntay Wester had over 1,000 yards at FAU before he came to Colorado. If you didn't know, he was a baller there. and he's like right under 1,000 here when he was at Colorado, about 961 to be exact, almost 12 yards per carry, which is really good. So LaJohntay Wester impressed the scouts and officials during the practice sessions at the Shrine Bowl. He balled out. Even though he still played in the game, he balled out. He had 74 receptions for 931 yards, which is 12.5 on average. He had a career high 10 receiving touchdowns. So that's something he didn't do before. So that's excellent. Now, let's talk about where LaJohntay could go. Right now, it looks like LaJohntay Wester might be, I said he's a late first rounder, but late first rounder, second round. That's my prediction for him. That's my prediction. Late first rounder, second round. One of the teams he could go to, we're talking about LaJohntay Wester. One of the teams LaJohntay could go to, Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we talked about Pittsburgh being the case for Jimmy Horn Jr., but we also talked about the Rams. There's interest outside of the Colorado world, outside of the NFL draft, discussing the Rams and how Jimmy Horn Jr. could open up that offense. So the Pittsburgh Steelers could use Jimmy Horn Jr., whether or not they have George Pickens coming back or not. I think I talked about how Shannon Sharpe was not pleased with the lackluster play from George Pickens. So that's where Jimmy Horn Jr. could fit in. And Pittsburgh has several unrestricted free agents, so they have some movement. And I think they have about 8 picks, maybe 1 per round, something like that. So that's one place for this for LaJohntay, the Steelers. Then we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, I like that. I like this for LaJohntay. Y'all know Josh Allen is a star, and LaJohntay is a playmaker, and they could use another playmaker. As you can see, they got stopped by Kansas City. Whether or not the rest will help from Kansas City or not, imagine if you just come in kicking down the door, you don't have that problem. And LaJohntay could be one of the next playmakers for the Bills. He could help out with the passing game. The third team is the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm like, okay. The Chargers are up and coming team. They're on the upswing. It says they're entering their second season under coach Jim Harbaugh, and the offense was run heavy. In 2024, they had some cap issues, but now there are several people hitting free agency, and they have some young pieces that they could develop, and LaJohntay could come in as part of the younger squad to be developed. I like that. It says Justin Herbert is one of the better quarterbacks, so LaJohntay will be perfect to catch passes from him. Number 4, I like the Bills so far. We have the Steelers, the Bills, and the Chargers. The next one, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I heard Ashton Jeanty might also, in the first round, be going to the Cowboys as a running back. So to hear that LaJohntay could be going to Dallas, I like it. I like that. It says Dallas has a lot of needs. Wide receiver is one of the positions they can improve upon. And Wester could be wide receiver 2 in Dallas next to CeeDee Lamb. I like it. So from what I've heard so far, Pittsburgh, the Bills, the Chargers, the Cowboys, for me, if I had to choose 2 teams for LaJohntay to go to, honestly, I'm going to go with the Bills or the Cowboys. I like him lining up, being next to CeeDee Lamb. I like that. I think the Cowboys are my first choice for LaJohntay. And number 5, the New England Patriots. So right now, Travis Hunter, our fave two-way star, preparing to talk to the league about him actually playing 2 ways. Y'all know the Patriots had the 4th pick in the draft, and they're eyeing Travis. Now, whether or not he plays both ways or not, I don't know. But the Patriots were one of the teams for the longest on where he could go. And right now, it's switching to Vegas. So, you know, Trav can play wide receiver or cornerback. LaJohntay plays wide receiver. So let's see. Josh Daniels' offense under Mike Vrabel, the passing game needs a weapon. Getting players like LaJohntay Wester will likely jump him to the top wide receiver. And he proved as a member of the Colorado Buffaloes that if the team signs another wide receiver, he can excel at wide receiver 2. So y'all heard that. Wide receiver 2 in Dallas or New England. So let me know in the comments out of the Pittsburgh Steelers where you think LaJohntay could go. Let me know which team you like or which teams you like. If you want to put them in order, you can. Starting with the Pittsburgh Steelers, then the Buffalo Bills, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Dallas Cowboys, and the New England Patriots. I think I like that. Drop me in the comments. Let me know who you think LaJohntay should go to. All right, so that's what I'm giving. So I'm going to drop into the chat. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think I like the idea of LaJohntay lining up across from CeeDee Lamb. I like that. All right, so I'm going to put the Cowboys. All right, LaJohntay Wester, the Cowboys. So that's my thought. All right, so let's see here. All right, who's next? So that's LaJohntay. So LaJohntay looks like he has several options on where he could go. Again, my prediction is late first round. I believe other people are picking there's various, but I say late first round, early second round for LaJohntay Wester. If you truly need a receiver, LaJohntay is that guy. He proved that in the Shrine Bowl. All right, so let's see here. Next, we have Will Sheppard. So let's talk about where Will Sheppard could go. All right. So Will Sheppard. Now, y'all know the NFL and everybody, analysts, talked about Will Sheppard's size being one of the physically NFL-ready wide receivers in terms of his size, his vertical, his ability to catch passes. And I said that the passes he catch, including the Shrine Bowl, were like art. It looks artistic to me. I know that's not his intent, but the way, he positions himself, it looks artistic. And maybe it's because he's so tall and he kind of glides through the air a little bit. But, he does really well when it comes to contested passes. So let's see. Will Sheppard. Now, if y'all have any thoughts on where Will Sheppard could go, y'all let me know. Of course, y'all know Shedeur Sanders loves Will Sheppard. He had 577 yards, 43 receptions when he was at Vanderbilt. So he came to the bright lights under Colorado. He played in all 12 games, managing 684 yards and 85 receptions. That's pretty good. For 8 touchdowns before coming to Colorado, actually. So Will Sheppard was a star at Vanderbilt. Then he came to Colorado. Now, I don't know if Shedeur knew Will Sheppard before that, but Shedeur seems to be 3 for 3 on the players that came to Colorado. He was part of that dynamic offense that we had, that we're going to miss, that elite offense. But I do think we'll get, more. The players that we have, Gibson, Timmons, Omarion, I think our offense will also be elite. Now, I think I read somewhere where Will Sheppard is predicted to go 2nd or 3rd round in the NFL draft. So I kind of like that for him. I don't know when these teams get to draft day, if they feel like, I'm not going to leave this tall, big body wide receiver out here with hands. So to me, that's what I heard about him. His stock elevated after the Alamo Bowl, again after the Shrine Bowl. And teams that needed receivers that also worked for Jimmy Horn Jr. also seemed to work for Will Sheppard. But Sheppard projects as a late 2nd round or early 3rd round prospect. So somewhere between 2 and 3. And guess where he could go? The Dallas Cowboys, like we heard for LaJohntay, I guess he will line up against. If LaJohntay doesn't go to Dallas, Will Sheppard could go and line up across from CeeDee Lamb or the Tennessee Titans. Now, I like that because we predicted if Shedeur goes to Tennessee or if Shedeur goes to Vegas, we kind of were already speculating out of Jimmy Horn Jr., LeJounte, and Will Sheppard that one of those players were going to end up in the same city that Shedeur is in. So, to me, if Jimmy Horn Jr. goes to the Rams, that frees up Pittsburgh, and LeJounte goes to Dallas across from CeeDee Lamb, that frees up the Chargers, the Bills, and the Steelers. So we just heard Dallas or the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans. We're going to leave LeJounte in Dallas. We're going to have Jimmy Horn Jr. with the Rams or Pittsburgh. And we're going to go with the Tennessee Titans for Will Sheppard in the second, late second, early third round. I say second to third, depending on. I actually think he could go mid-second, very, very early third. All right, so that's Will Sheppard. So we got Will squared away. Going to the draft. Getting drafted by the NFL. LeJounte Wester getting drafted by the NFL. So let's talk about a player that we know is a dog. He has his social media is buzzing. I talked about it. And he's out here, in my opinion, increasing his draft stock. Now, right now, there's a team that have their eye on him. I'm talking about Chidozie Nwakwu. Right now, as Chidozie's raising his own draft stock with his social media, it looks like the Raiders have their eye on Chidozie. It looks like the Raiders have their eye on Chidozie. But if the Raiders have their eye on Chidozie, so does someone else. And yesterday it was said that Travis could go to the Raiders. So if it's not Shedeur and Chidozie, it looks like it's Travis and Chidozie. So Chidozie, if you ever get this message, keep doing what you're doing, bro. It's working. Keep doing what you're doing. Elevate your draft stock. It is working. But the Raiders, with either Travis or Shedeur, awesome. So Chidozie kind of is getting understanding that he's going to be drafted. It looks like it could be Vegas. If not, there's another team out there, but it looks like our boy Chidozie Nwakwu, we call him the Tasmanian Devil, will be in the NFL as well. So if y'all think another team in addition to Las Vegas will be good, drop it in the chat on where you think Chidozie will be good to go. All right, so let me see who's in here. All right, so we have 22 came back. Yay, welcome back, 22. Welcome. And then we have 400 Media showed up. Thank you. 400 Media return. And then it said, Kiel is back. Welcome, Kiel. Welcome. And then 400 Media said, Deion's son is going to Vegas. Which one, Shiloh or Shedeur, or both? Because that's also on the table. All right. So I don't know how long y'all been on, but we started with LeJounte Wester. Had 5 places he could land: Pittsburgh, Dallas, the Chargers, the Patriots, and somebody else. But either way, I said LeJounte should go to Dallas across from CeeDee Lamb. Talk about an end zone magnet. We know LeJounte is the end zone magnet. Then we moved on to Will Sheppard. So when most of y'all joined us, we probably were talking about Will Sheppard. Of course, he could go to Dallas or Tennessee. I say let's go with LeJounte in Dallas and Will Sheppard to Tennessee Titans. And then y'all know we already talking about Trav. Look like he's going to New England or Tennessee or Vegas. I think late it looked like Trav is going to Vegas as of yesterday. But of course, two-way player, New England might still be in the hunt. But it looks like we're going to end up with 2 buffs on the same team. And this could happen more than once. Because if Chidozie, that's what we're talking about now. The Raiders got their eye on Chidozie. If Chidozie could end up in Vegas with either Trav or Shedeur, that's 2 buffs right there. Will Sheppard, position maybe for Tennessee. Tennessee. I don't see Will Sheppard and LaJohntay going to Dallas. I don't see that. I know Dallas has a lot of needs, but I don't see both of them going to Dallas. So if Will Sheppard goes to Tennessee, and maybe Shedeur, because we can wake up on draft day with Shedeur being the Titan. That means Will Sheppard and Shedeur will be in Tennessee. How do y'all like that combination in the NFL? Will Sheppard and Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, wide receiver. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And we talked about the Dallas Cowboys. So if LaJohntay goes to the Cowboys, that means he likely will be teammates with Heisman candidate Ashton Jeanty, because he's predicted to go to Dallas. The only team I've heard him associated with is Dallas, so they must need a running back. Let's see. Good evening, Kiel. It says, oh, okay, y'all talking. Okay, that's fine. So that's where we are. It looks like two Buffs might end up together. Whoever's going to Vegas, be it Travis or Shedeur, because it's not Travis and Shedeur. I don't think those two are going together. It looks like Chidozie may be there. And then, Chidozie's doing one heck of a job right now. I feel like he's increasing his own draft stock with his channel. He's doing a really good job with posting the consistency and the quality. So y'all go check it out. It's under his name, Chidozie Nwankwo. All right, so let's see who else we have. So we said the Raiders are looking at Chidozie. I like that for Chidozie, but I know if the Raiders are looking at Chidozie, somebody else is looking at Chidozie as well. And Chidozie was considered one of the better defensive players that we had, like a defensive lineman that we had. Let's see. So who else do we have here? All right, we talked about Jimmy Horn Jr. So let's talk about Shiloh. All right. So Shiloh, let's look at 5 landing spots for Shiloh. Now, let me see if y'all have any predictions before we start. Shiloh going in the 4th round. I don't know about that 400 media. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all have any thoughts on any good landing spots for Shiloh before I start on this journey? All right. Oh, I'll wait. I'll give it a second. It said 400 circle media. Oh, okay. Kiel and 400 talking. 22 says Shedeur and Sheppard would be a good match. Pittsburgh Steelers want Jimmy Horn Jr. Okay. All right. I did hear Pittsburgh for Jimmy, but I also heard the Rams. Also heard the Rams 22. Jimmy could open up their offense. And then it was said that LaJohntay could end up in Pittsburgh, but I like the Cowboys better. Do y'all like Will Sheppard across from CeeDee Lamb, or do y'all like LaJohntay lining up across from CeeDee Lamb for Dallas? Which one would y'all pick? They all get drafted, and it's all about the 2nd round, early 3rd. And I mean wide receivers. They all get drafted about the 2nd round, early 3rd. Most being drafted in the 2nd round. The Jets. All right. You love Will. Okay, good. I'm glad that. Thank you for 400 media for that. So, essentially, does anybody have any thoughts about which Buff wide receiver from the elite wide receiver corps should go to Dallas and line up across from CeeDee Lamb? Should it be LaJohntay or Will Sheppard? There's not a bad choice here. I just want to see, based on CeeDee Lamb, what y'all think about who would be a good fit across from him in Dallas. Let me know. 400 said he likes Will. Okay, all right, I like that. So you thinking Will Sheppard and CeeDee Lamb? Okay, I like it. All right, I like that. Okay. All right, so let's see what they're saying. So we're gonna move on to Shiloh. If y'all have any other comments regarding LaJohntay or Will Sheppard and Dallas across from CeeDee Lamb, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna move on to Shiloh. Will good on the deep ball. Yeah, he is. And you know what? He's not afraid of contested passes either. Not at all. Hey, Regina. Welcome. We're talking about the draft beyond Travis, beyond Shedeur. We're talking about the other guys in the draft. As of last night, I think it's about 14 Colorado Buffaloes declaring for the draft, just based on the research that I was doing. I couldn't get one site to tell me everybody. One site that gave me 12 people left off people like Justin Mayers, Lavonta Bentley, and BJ Green. So that's why I say it's about 14. All right, y'all. So Regina, we started with LeJohntay on what team. There's about 5 landing spots for him. I decided that Dallas would be the best one. Pittsburgh was first. But of course, Jimmy Horn Jr. seems like he might be going to Pittsburgh. So we gave LeJohntay to Dallas, even though the Bills, the Chargers, the Steelers, and the Patriots were an option for LeJohntay, but we went with Dallas. And then we said Will Shepherd would be good to go with the Titans. And as of right now, it seems like one of the wide receivers could possibly end up with Shedeur if Shedeur becomes a Titan. That's what it looks like. All right. So we're going to keep going. All right. So Shiloh. All right. So y'all know Shiloh got an honorable mention at the end of the Shrine Bowl. He balled out, in my opinion. He showed good man coverage. His tackle was considered to be athletic. Basically, he showed what teams wanted to see. And let's talk about the top 5 landing spots for Shiloh. Okay, so yeah, we know Shiloh wears the 21. That's Coach Prime's son, but Coach Prime said it. Shiloh gonna have to work his butt off, and for him to be drafted in whatever round that is. Now, some people thought that Shiloh wasn't even going to lead, that he would make it. I thought that was preposterous and absurd. Then people feel like he's going the 7th round, like SEVENTH. I'm like, no. I don't think he's going 4, 5, 6, or 7. I think Shiloh is going in the 2nd round. And people are like, what? I'm like, why wouldn't he go in the 2nd round? This man played 85% of the Shrine Bowl game, and he balled out. And he got an honorable mention. And remember, not this last season, the season before, he was the hardest hitting safety in college football. And this season, he showed he can overcome adversity. He's a good teammate. He's good for the locker room. So in addition to good man coverage, athletic tackling, why wouldn't you draft him 2nd round? Maybe the 3rd at the latest. All right, so let's see who we have. They said he's controversial entry because he's from the Sanders family. That makes him controversial in itself. Some people don't want him to make it because they know Shedeur's getting drafted. They don't want Coach Prime to have both of his sons. It's just hate. That's all it is. And to me, it looks like Shiloh is a good fit for, first of all, before I tell you, y'all tell me, any teams y'all think Shiloh is good for? Shiloh in Atlanta. Ooh, Blue Devil. I was hoping somebody come down. I was hoping somebody would come to Atlanta. So Shiloh in Atlanta. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. You just made my day. I hope somebody from the Buffs. If it's 14 people in the draft, it's 32 teams, maybe. It's 32 teams. Somebody got to come to the A. Somebody. I like that though. All right. So Shiloh's prospects. He said SMH. 400 media don't. Why you don't like Shiloh to Atlanta? Like, come on now. Salute, Blue Devil. All right. The number 5 team. So Atlanta popped up. Let's see if Atlanta's on the list. The number 5 team, the Miami Dolphins. I like it too. Great location. Free agency is expected to hit the Dolphins hard. So they need to reload, and it looks like Shiloh could be a mid to late round pick. So that means mid. It's 7 rounds. So 2.5, 3.5, or 4.5. I think he's going in the 2nd round. You heard it here first. It might be late 2nd round. I said around number 40, but it could be closer to, 60 maybe. Who cares? If it's the 2nd round, it's the 2nd round. So that's the 2nd date. And to me, Shiloh does bring something that I noticed at the Shrine Bowl. He brings the prime effect with him. That matters to teams too. That's an extra benefit. It might not be something y'all might be thinking about, but from a business perspective, look at how many times Shiloh was interviewed by various factions. Various. So Shiloh carries the prime effect or the Sanders effect with him too. So I say second round. The teams, number 5, the Miami Dolphins. Guess who is number 4? The Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are a team that could add Shiloh as part of the Sanders group pickup. They just hired Pete Carroll. They said, but he's 73, and if they find a way to grab Shedeur in a high pick, taking his brother could be part of a slow move towards the Las Vegas Sanderses instead of the Raiders. So I know what they're saying, and I predicted this. So it's true. Pete Carroll is 73, and they, basically chided the Raiders for hiring Pete Carroll. But you know what I said to myself? He is 73, but that means he's not long-term. And this would give Coach Prime the option right now with Pete Carroll being short-term. The door is still open for Coach Prime when his contract ends. So if Pete Carroll coaches till he's 75, that's 2 years. That means Coach Prime will have 1 year left on a 5-year contract. And they haven't signed the contract yet that I know of. So they could always buy out that last year. I don't know if it would be $8 million or not. But let's just say hypothetically, Shedeur goes to the Raiders and it just doesn't go well. Just like last year, it just didn't go well. The year before, it just didn't go well. That's 2 years. Some people have already said, I'm already hearing the murmurings. When Coach Prime leaves, the defensive coordinator, Rob Livingston, will be the head coach. Have y'all heard that? I've heard it, and I believe it. Let's see. Let me see what y'all are saying. Y'all are saying Shiloh to Alabama, Shiloh and Dallas. Okay, Regina, I like that. It said he's not going to have, I hate to tell you, 400. He is. Where do you think he going 400? I'm like, you said the 4th round. Now, he's going about the 2nd round. Second, late, somewhere in the 2nd round. Could be mid 2nd round. Could be mid 3rd. But he's not going below that. 400 say he's not going that high. I don't know why he feel like that. And it said, Regina said, what round is Will and Jimmy going to, you think? I think Jimmy, late 1st round, early 2nd. Actually, I think all of the receivers are gone in the 2nd round. This is how I look at it. Late 1st, LaJohntay Russell. Jimmy Horn Jr. also could be late 1st because they were hella impressed with him. Late 1st, because remember, Pittsburgh has not just one need. And George Pickens looked like he might be on his way out. If y'all find out that he is, y'all email me, let me know. But I say the receiving core is gone in the 2nd round. Whether it's late 1st, high 2nd, mid 2nd, late 2nd, early 3rd, the receiving core is gone. It was never a debate on Colorado having an elite wide receiver core. So from the guys like McMillan from Arizona, who projected to go in the 1st round, then the guys Emike coming out of Ohio State. Once the 1st round projections are gone, I think the Buffs are going next. Y'all saw the Shrine Bowl. You saw the Senior Bowl. They didn't talk about the receivers like that. They talked about the quarterbacks. And the Colorado receiving core got all the love in the Shrine Bowl. So I say by the end of the 2nd round, they all going. It said they might go to Vegas. Who might go to Vegas, Blue Devil? You say Will going in the 1st round? Really? You think? I mean, he could because I said Jimmy Horn Jr. or LaJohntay could go late 1st round. So if they could go, if LaJohntay and Jimmy can go late 1st round, so can Will Shepherd. I'm telling y'all, the receiving core is gonna be gone by the end of the 2nd round. One person might fall to the very, very beginning of the 3rd, but they gone. Them guys gonna be gone. See, one thing about this is a business, okay? You're not drafting everybody in the 1st round. You drafted, I guess, your immediate need. But they're gonna be teams like Pittsburgh, they have essentially, Pittsburgh has 8 picks, I believe, which means 1 every round and maybe 1 in 2 rounds. And we know that they need a receiver. We know that the Rams are moving on from Cooper Kupp. I think it's the Rams. Yeah, I think they're moving on from him. Why? Because it's been said that Jimmy Horn Jr. can open up that offense. So whether it's Jimmy Horn Jr. or not, they need a receiver. They're talking about Travis could be the next Myles Garrett. So if Travis is only playing one way, that leaves another receiver pick because he's projected to go as a cornerback. So then they're talking about Will going to Tennessee. So there's a lot of teams. The Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots need a receiver. If they get Travis at 4th, Travis might just be a cornerback. And then I think it was LeJohntay predicted to go to New England as a receiver. So the receiver's going to be gone. When we watching this draft, y'all going to come back to this conversation and be like, that's what she said. They are going to be gone by the end of the 2nd round. Like I said, somebody might fall to the very, very beginning of the 3rd, but I think they're going to be gone. I think, believe it or not, it wouldn't surprise me if we watching the draft and somebody go late 1st round. And that means the other 2 are going early 2nd. It was never a debate on Colorado having an elite wide receiver core. And they never faltered. They really didn't. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. It said the word on the street is Russ might be in Vegas. Yes. Hey, James. James joined us as a member, y'all. James is at work, so y'all welcome James. He joined the What She Said family. I don't know if you're a family or friend, but James, I see you. You're green. That means you're a member. Thank you. Y'all, we have memberships. Memberships come with perks. Understand, one of the perks is private live streams. And I feel it coming on. And I promise you, we let some breaking news come out, we going private. Especially if it's spicy. Because y'all know everything, you can't say everything, that you want to say. But a private live stream, you can save some for the best. So it'd be good if you join as a family, but I'm cool if you join as a friend. Just become a member so we can get you in there. All right. Let's see. Regina said, I think Jimmy will fall for sure. Will for sure go in the 1st round. I think so too, Regina. I'm like you. I believe so. They were truly impressed with Jimmy. I have somebody. I still got more people to discuss that I did all this last night. So shout your girl out for doing all these research so we can have some engaging, insightful, and analytical conversation. We're not just chatting. That's for Friday. Don't forget, Friday is game night. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday game night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you could drive by and say hi. You don't have to stay the whole time. Just drive by and say hi. All right. Regina, I like that. Jimmy could go. That's what I'm saying. See, they like Will Shepherd. Even though, I think people are confused. I think because people saw Jimmy not playing, that meant, that he was safe, but the others weren't. No. Maybe they wanted Colorado to play, so they had, LeJohntay balled out. Just that kick return alone was good. Will Shepherd, his catches, beautiful. So I think our guys might scoot up. I'm going to go with Regina. Late 1st round. That's what I've always thought about LeJohntay and Jimmy, but Will Shepherd going to put him in there too. But I do feel like by the end of the 2nd round, maybe 1st pick in the 3rd, they are gone. Wide receivers, Colorado elite wide receiver core will be gone off the board. 22, it says Shiloh might go to Denver, Dallas, Carolina, or to Baltimore. Baltimore needs 2 safeties. These teams need a safety bad. You know what? I would love for Shiloh to go. If he don't come to Atlanta, I would love for Shiloh to go to Baltimore. With Lamar Jackson? Come on now. I think that would be excellent. I do. It was said that Jimmy Horn Jr. could have went to the Ravens. Yup. Because they need somebody with some hands too. They need another person along Isaiah Likely and some of the other people. But I think Jimmy Horn Jr. was one that the fans said he should go to Baltimore. But I like Shiloh going to Baltimore. 2 Colorado Buffaloes will end up on the same team. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Chidozie and Shedeur. It could be Chidozie because the Vegas Raiders are looking at Chidozie, and I know they're not the only one. As we get closer and closer to the draft, I'll try to get some more information. But it's published. The Raiders are looking at Chidozie, and y'all know he balling out on his page. So I'm sure he's totally aware, just like I am, because he is an agent. So that's why I'm pretty sure he's going hard on his social media. Which shout out to Chidozie for that. It says Shiloh might go to Denver. Yeah, I like that. I like that 22. It said the word on the street is Russ might go to Vegas. So we talked about that yesterday. Blue Devil. All right. We said would he be a backup to Shedeur? Is that the thought process? Like but see, he was supposed to be the backup in Pittsburgh behind Justin Fields. That's what I thought, and it didn't work out like that. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. What do y'all really think about Russ going to Vegas with Pete Carroll and then Shedeur being drafted? It sounds like Russ will be like a QB guardrail for Shedeur. I don't know. Regina said Jimmy should go before Will. I would think. Oh, okay. They have the conversation 400. So y'all got Jimmy in the second round, Will Shepherd in the first round. All right. All right. So let's see who else we have. Oh, you think Shedeur gonna sit for a year, Blue Devil? What? You really think Shedeur Sanders gonna? I don't see that. If you really think Shedeur Sanders gonna sit for a year, y'all let me know. I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening. Most analysts, not fans, analysts, the ones who don't have hatred in their heart. Most competent analysts believe that Shedeur is the most NFL-ready quarterback going to the draft. 3 more days. Delay. What's the 3 more days for? I like what 22 said. I'm gonna post that. Delay, you said 3 more days. Let us know what you're talking about. Welcome, y'all. I see we in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I know we have memberships. Still want y'all to subscribe. If you hang out with us all the time, please subscribe. And if you come back, if you hear the sound of my voice, hit the like button. Please, please, please. The algorithm loves the like button. And comments too. It likes comments. So make sure you leave us some emojis, you comment. Shout out to the replay game and the reply game. Who was it earlier? It was Ronnie Rivers. She's part of that replay game. And I think we had somebody else that was part of the reply game. And James signed up. So James became a member. So shout out James. Oh, 3 more days for the Chiefs to win. Shame on you, Delay. I think most people from the poll I conducted want the Eagles to win. That's how most people feel. I guess I saw an article that said, are we experiencing Chiefs fatigue? Meaning you're tired of the Chiefs. Yes. I'm tired of all Kansas City teams. Kansas City Chiefs, the University of Kansas, and Kansas State. They all got the same thing in common. They get help. That's how I feel. We need to check into the refs to see if any of them are NFL refs. Is it possible for a ref in college to also be an NFL ref? If so, we need to look at the connection between the Kansas City Chiefs, the Kansas Jayhawks, and the Kansas State. What are they? Whatever they are. I don't know. Kansas State. Regina say the Eagles go win. Yeah, we going with the Eagles in this chat. It said, James said the draft is going to surprise. Hold on 1 second. It said the draft is going to surprise. You know what? I think I need to do something. Hold on. I think my screen is not right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that's what it is. The draft is going to surprise. If what? It say pass rushers, defensive ends, offensive linemen, safeties are dominating. Yes, I agree with that. I noticed that today. I was looking at a mock draft and I noticed like it's only 2 QBs going in the first round. They said all the rest of the QBs going in the third round. That's why I told y'all, you already know Cam and Shedeur. I told y'all they trying to usher Jackson Dart up in the draft. They trying to get him in the first round. Whereas they said Milroe, Will Howard, even with Will Howard playing in the for the Natty, they had him going after the third round. I was like, what? It's crazy how they dividing the quarterbacks this year. So to me, I see them trying to usher Jackson Dart up because, as James said, there's a lot of offensive linemen. I think after the first four, everybody else is offensive linemen, tackle, edge. A lot of edge rushers are going high in the draft. Not a lot of edge rushers. Their stock is up. Ashton Jeanty, who was a Heisman candidate, is not even projected to go in the top 10. It looked like he's going to Dallas at number 13. That's crazy. And then Dylan Gabriel, I don't know where he is. Did anybody see where they have Dylan Gabriel projected to go? He's not in the first round or the second round. I think they have Lincoln Riley. If he's in the draft, I think I saw his name. Lincoln Riley, Will Howard, Kyle McCord, Jalen Milroe. At one point, Jackson Dart, they had all of them going third, fourth. I was like, what? So I think that's different. But a lot of edge rushers, a lot of offensive, like tackle guys, linemen, defensive guys, tackles, a lot of them are high in the draft. First, I agree, they dominated. So our wide receivers got to get in there. I like that. Thank you for that, James. Welcome to the family. It says Russell Wilson will not be a backup if he goes to the Raiders because of his experience. But I believe Russell Wilson will stay at Pittsburgh. They fired him yesterday. 22. Pittsburgh let Russell go yesterday. It was official, unless something changed overnight. But that's what I heard. And he is. I'm not saying he's going to Vegas. That's just a projection. And my question is, since Travis was linked to the Raiders yesterday, is it possible the Raiders are not going to take a quarterback? What if they're going to keep that guy that they have, I forget his name, and bring in Russ? So that's a veteran quarterback, two veteran quarterbacks. And they get Travis a two-way. I don't know if they're going to use him two ways, but they were thinking of getting Travis yesterday. I think that's interesting. And after it came out, because right now Travis is number 6. They have Travis at number 6 with the Patriots because an edge rusher got in there. We just said the stock for edge rushers is up. If I'm in college and I'm trying to figure out what to play, and I'm coming out in the next 2 years, I'm an edge rusher or I'm Jordan Seaton. Because these guys, they are up there. Was Nakai Hill-Green an edge rusher? BJ Green. Is BJ Green an edge rusher? I got some info about him too, I think. Levanta Bentley and BJ Green. It says, James says, specialty players like wide receivers, running back, and tight ends are weak this year. The draft, it said the draft is very weak. What? We got to be honest. I didn't think it was weak. But okay, I'll take your input on that, James. Anybody have any counter to what James said regarding the draft being weak? I know they said the quarterback's weak, but I don't believe that either. I don't think Will Howard is a bad quarterback. I don't think Kyle McCord is a bad quarterback. I don't think Jalen Milroe is a bad quarterback. I don't know why the divide is like it is, but yesterday I sat right here and said it. They had Shedeur going number 7 yesterday. They had Travis going to the Raiders. That's a switch. Pittsburgh, let's go Russ. I'm pretty sure the Pittsburgh Steelers sent Russ packing yesterday, y'all. Y'all need to Google that and see. But I think yesterday it was official that Russ was let go from the Steelers. Let me check. Oh, y'all, I posted the post I shared with y'all about Jordan Seaton. I posted it today, later on today. People seem to like it. Let's see. And shorts. Let's see. Russ and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see, guys. I know y'all, I like Russ, but I think he gone. It said, what? All right. Where's the news? See the news. Let's see the news. I think it said, will the Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith force Russell Wilson out of Pittsburgh? It said Pittsburgh Steelers get market value on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson allegedly planted false information about the Steelers. Oh Lord, it's getting ugly in Pittsburgh. Okay, apparently he's still there, but I thought they said he was gone. QB Russell Wilson sidesteps Raiders rumors at the Pro Bowl and said he's focused on whatever. Okay, he going back to the Steelers. Maybe it was like they were gonna get rid of him, but I thought they got rid of him yesterday. So they said in this comment, it said the Steelers, Russ might actually still be a Steeler, but yesterday they said he was going somewhere else. I don't know. We're gonna have to stay on top of that, because if Russ goes to Vegas, I don't see Shedeur and Russ in Vegas. I see Shedeur starting, and that's not an emotional prediction. That's just the best quarterback in college football would start. Let's see. It said Blue Devil seems to be happy. All your wild card teams had problems stopping the run and protecting QBs in the pocket. Oh, okay. Now there was a lot, but see, to me, I felt like there was some O-line issues happening, like with CJ Stroud. I didn't notice it so much. Maybe a little bit with Jaden Daniels, just a little bit, but that wasn't their main problem. They need some defensive people. They need a Shiloh in Washington. They need a Shiloh. Dylan Gabriel is 4th round pick, because the thing is not too many teams need a quarterback. Oh, okay. Okay, 22. Thank you for sharing that. I was wondering why he was a 4th round pick. So that's why they have Kyle McCord, Jalen Milroe. They're saying a lot of teams don't need a quarterback. So that's why these guys are falling, which is why, do y'all think that's why Carson Beck went to school, or was it due to his injury since he went to Miami? And he made out like a fat cat. $4 million deal for Miami, and they said his additional endorsements got him to $10 million a year, or $10 million for 1 year. What y'all think? He might come out first next year. I don't know. When is Arch Manning supposed to come out? I think he got not till 2026. 27 maybe? I think he got a minute. BJ Green, linebacker and defensive end. Okay. Thank you for that, Blue Devil. So I was thinking he was an edge rusher. I thought BJ Green was an edge rusher, but he's a linebacker. Okay, all right. It said, out of the quarterbacks, I think Shedeur got the most potential. Thank you, D-Lay. Thank you. I think so too. I watched Shedeur and Cam Ward. You know, Cam got his YouTube page going. It's at Cam Ward. He was throwing the ball with Shedeur. It looks like video from, remember they were practicing ahead of the Shrine Bowl. They were at SMU. And I don't know who they were throwing to. And they had other quarterbacks lined up against them throwing as well, which I think are all players that, what's his name? Daryl Colbert Jr. I guess he's the coach for all of those quarterbacks. So I don't know who the lucky guys were receiving the football, but I'm going to tell you something. I watched Cam throw and I watched Shedeur throw. I was like, these guys are good. They really are good. So when people say it's a weak football quarterback class, I don't agree with that. It still looks like Tennessee, and it looked like Tennessee is shifting a little bit. It looked like Tennessee might wake up and pick Shedeur Sanders. I think they kind of get excited about all of the celebrity and all of the audience that Shedeur brings. And that does make a difference. So we shall see. James said after the 3rd pick, you will see O-linemen from Tulane, safeties from Marymount. Is that what this is? Something. We all gonna say, who are these guys? That's because they weren't shown on ESPN 20 times a day. That's true. That's true, James. That's true. I still think our guys gonna be gone. Okay, so wait, let me get back to Shiloh. All right. So we had Shiloh going to Number 5 was Miami. Let me know how you feel about Shiloh going to Miami and who he will be playing with. Tyreek Hill is still there, right? Even though he plays on offense. If he would be a good fit for Miami, because apparently they have a need. Free agency is expected to deplete Miami in terms of the secondary. The Raiders. We talked about the Raiders. That's actually where we got stuck, right there at the Raiders. So it looks like, now I did tell y'all, I saw a video, even though Antonio Pierce was the coach, it doesn't matter. The relationship Coach Prime had wasn't just with Antonio Pierce. It's higher than that. And it's not just Tom Brady. It's the owner. I think his name is Mark Davis. So in that video, they were touring. Coach Prime was touring Allegiant Stadium. And I know I saw Shiloh. I know Shedeur might have been somewhere around there, but I know he turned to Shiloh and asked him, do you like this stadium? And Shiloh was like, caught off guard, like, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Number 3, the New York Giants. Again, Shedeur's expected to go to the Giants. Shiloh, they're saying the Giants could use his services. It said the Giants are most likely the true landing spot for Shiloh. Oh, no, I'm sorry, for Shedeur. And picking up Shiloh again could be part of that puzzle. What the Giants crave as much as anything is relevance. So they think the Sanders coming together as a package deal could make them relevant. So you'd have Shiloh and Shedeur, and they think Shiloh would be a late round pick. I don't think he's going to go that late. Then as the Baltimore Ravens, we talked about the Ravens. Him going, Dion played at the Ravens, and the pass-heavy nature of a modern game makes a potential late bloomer at safety much worth a draft pick. So they saying he could go to the Ravens late, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the number 1 pick. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a lot of needs because they have LeJohntay, Jimmy Horn Jr., and Shiloh, all saying that they could end up in Pittsburgh. What do y'all think about Shiloh going to Pittsburgh? Y'all are some Pittsburgh fans. What do y'all think? Said, I'll put that up there by Dylan. All right. So let me know what y'all think about Shiloh going to the Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the Ravens for Shiloh. I don't have any thoughts on Miami. If y'all have any thoughts on Miami, let me know. All right, let's see who else. So that was Shiloh. People are saying Shiloh is going to be a late round pick. I think Shiloh going to be gone by the end of the second, midway through the third. All right, so let's go to BJ Green. All right, so BJ Green is a dog, a consistent threat. We noticed he went to ASU before he came to Colorado, and a lot of people don't know that BJ Green actually played youth ball for Coach Prime at Truth Academy, I think. I think that's what it was called. So it was actually Coach Prime who set BJ on the path to be a linebacker on defense, or a linebacker, period. When BJ was younger, he was playing running back, and Coach Prime said, no, you a linebacker. And here we are. So BJ Green is, declared for the 2025 draft. We know he's a dog. No doubt about it. He never missed one game during his 4 years in college. So BJ is definitely probably going to be in there. I don't know. Now, y'all said that the specialty players are going to be more sought after. So right now, BJ Green is what you call a mid-round candidate in the NFL. Mid-round is 7 rounds. So it's not 8. So that means the 3rd round. That means somewhere between the 3rd and the 4th round, BJ Green will be drafted. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but if I'm playing football and I'm drafted, I'm happy with it. I'm sure he's happy to have the coverage with people speculating that, he'll be a mid-round draft. Now, again, all of this can change based on the availability, what team gets whom. But as James pointed out, a lot of specialty players are going high in the draft. So he could bump up to late 2nd, early 3rd, but it looks like right now he's a pick. So we're gonna go with that. And it says Delay said he needs to work on picking up the blitz better and a better QB pocket awareness. He gets sacked too many times and it's annoying. Who are you talking about, Delay? It says Kiel said no. They have separate refs for college. Referee can apply and they can get evaluated. The NFL referee committee for entry. Oh, okay. So they have separate pools for referees. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Kiel. I'm gonna share that because somebody else might have the same question. What does it say? It says, y'all hear anything about Shane Coates? I did not. Let's see. I did not. I went to try to get a comprehensive list of everybody, and he was not on there. So I didn't know if he was going. Let's see. Let me see if I can find out something right past. But I haven't heard anything about him. Did Shane Coates go to the Hula Bowl? I know Justin Mayers and Chidozie went. They were standouts. We had 6 guys in total. Let's see. It said defensive lineman Shane Coates gearing up for. I don't see anything. About him. I might have to do a deeper dive, but I didn't see anything about Shane Coates. If anybody have anything about Shane Coates, let us know. Running backs are not a focal point of the pass happy offenses. Facts. Let's talk about that. Okay, so people really felt like Coach Prime was playing favoritism when it came to we didn't have much of a run game. And understand this. What we did have was not effective, and the O-line played a part in that. In addition to the plays, the schemes being vanilla, the O-line, and I think I finally figured out why the O-line coach didn't rotate the second one. The one that went to Mississippi or Ole Miss or something. I think he brought in 1 or 2 of the players. One of the players came from Indiana, number 67. I think he brought him in, which explained why he was just allowed to languish and be lackluster. And then he went right back to Indiana. And y'all know Coach Prime just hired, is it Gunner from Jackson State to be the O-line coach? Let me know your thoughts about that. Some people don't like it. They thought it should have been Chesney, who went to Colorado. He was in the NFL. But Coach Prime does need somebody he can trust inside and out. Somebody that's already proven. And that's Gunner from Jackson State. And I don't recall Jackson State having the type of O-line issues that Colorado had. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. All right. So I don't recall that. So going back to BJ Green, it looks like BJ Green will be a mid-round pick in the 2025 draft. That's right now. I think anything can change. But he did declare for the draft. And let's see, is it possible he could go to the Minnesota Vikings? I don't know. Depends on how many picks they have. But the Vikings could be a home for BJ Green. All right. What y'all think about where BJ Green could go? Okay, let's see. Good comments. It said 22 said BJ Green might go to the Cardinals because he's good. If BJ has come out, if he came out last year, he would have been drafted in the 2nd round. Okay. Because he was a dog at Arizona State. Yes, I read that. He actually, in my opinion, was more productive at Arizona State. I mean, he still proved to be a dog for us, but I feel like his numbers were better. I don't know why he didn't go in the draft last year, but I agree with you. He was a dog at Arizona State, but he did, choose to come to Colorado. So, all right. So that's BJ. So can y'all think now, James, since we have specialty players, And that's what BJ Green is. He's defensive back. He's already proven. There are some people who were drafted on the strength of their junior year or their second to last year, not just their last year. BJ Green could be one of those guys. So while he's considered right now a mid-round draft pick, he could scoot up to the end of the second round or midway through the third. I don't think he necessarily has to be a fourth, fifth, or sixth round pick. Let me know your thoughts on that. All right. Let's see who else we have. Who else we have? Who is this? Who's this? Oh, okay. So Lavonta Bentley. All right. Lavonta Bentley transferred from Clemson. And it looks like he might be a mid-round draft pick. I like Lavonta Bentley. What do y'all think about Lavonta? Let me know your thoughts. I like him. I thought he was good. I don't. Now, if he went to the combine, it depends on how he does at the pro. If he's right now a fourth round pick, or a fifth round pick, anywhere through 4 through 7, I think he could use the pro day to increase his stock. But right now, he is predicted to be drafted as well. Let me know what y'all think about Lavonta Bentley. Y'all have any thoughts? King Bentley, that's what he calls himself. So I remember when he played for Colorado. I mean, I thought he was good on defense. I just don't know what his speed is. I would have to find that out. But again, right now he's predicted to be drafted mid to late round. I don't get a chance to play football, but I'd be thankful for whatever, especially if it's drafted, period. I would rather have that. It said, what she said. Oh, hey, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Welcome back. What's up, sir? The pro day. The pro day can help increase Lavonta's draft stock. So right now he's mid to late round. He could go third or fourth. That's where I'm gonna put it. I think he could bump up to the third round, possibly go fourth round. I think his pro day will be crucial, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna do the pro day. It said Bentley might go fourth or fifth round. Okay, 22. I like that. And right now, I do think he could go fourth or fifth, but I think his pro day could help him bump up a little bit. Do you agree with that? Maybe he could get to the end of the third, midway to the end, to the end of the fourth. So come up one instead of going 4 and 5, go maybe 3 and 4. Especially with so many defensive needs and specialty players being selected, since it's a light class when it comes, not a lot of people need QBs. And we do see specialty players, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, edge rushers in particular, being dominating the draft, the first few rounds of the draft. Okay, so let's see who else we have. So that's Lavonta. All right. What about is Tyler Brown is coming back to Colorado, right? I think Tyler Brown is coming back to Colorado. So we're gonna skip him. Shane Coates is on here, guys. Transfer from Dartmouth. They have him as a day 4, 3-star player, day 4. He's a linebacker. He went to the Hula Bowl. Tryouts here. Okay. So there's something on Shane Coates. Whoever asked me about Shane Coates, there's something there. Who was that asked about Shane Coates? Blue Devil. So it's possible Shane Coates could be a day 4 draft pick. That's all I have right now. So that much is out there. That's if he's still declaring for the draft, because he could have changed his mind. Because I think Tyler Brown was supposed to come out, or maybe people thought he was going to come out. But I think he's back at Colorado. I'm not 100%. If you know that for sure, let me know. Who else we have? I don't think Preston Hodges declared for the draft. All right, I think that was it. So, all right, so that was that. That was Shane Coates, BJ Green. All right. St. Coke's day 4, BJ Green could be anywhere 3, 4, and 5. We'll just say it like that. All right. Now we know Jimmy Horn Jr. I feel like we talked about Jimmy a lot. I felt like we all know Jimmy's getting drafted. The question is where. His standout performance in the Shrine Bowl elevated his draft stock, but we don't know how high. To me, his vertical leap is hella impressive. I wouldn't care how tall he was because his vertical leap is crazy. So we don't know if he elevated his draft stock from 7, 5, 4, 6 to 3, 2, late 1. We don't know. But I said Jimmy Horn Jr. after what I saw. Considering they're saying there's not a lot of wide receivers in the draft, could go late first round. And we know Pittsburgh already likes him. Pittsburgh has a need. George Pickens might be on the way out. Free agency might, deplete them as well. So I'm going late first round. I don't think you tell a guy, hey, you don't have to play in the Shrine Bowl and prove your skills. We've seen enough already. That's exactly the message that was conveyed. So if you know this, I don't believe you are drafting me and gonna leave me to sit there to the 3rd round. I don't see it happening. That's why I said late first, early second. Shane Cokes might be a late round pick. And yes, Tyler Brown is back with the Bucs. Okay, thank you, 22. What about Cameron Craig? Okay, Cameron Stillman Craig. I think I have him. Hold on one second. Let's see. I had Cameron Stillman Craig in the 3rd round. I think I had Cameron Stillman Craig in the 3rd round. Now remember, Cameron didn't play either. He didn't play either, and I think he kind of got the same, hey, you balled out in practice. So I think it's the 3rd round. Again, I don't think anybody tells you we don't need to see nothing else and you go 4, 5, and 6. I don't see that happening. So what I did see was 3rd round. I'm sticking with 3rd round. Now, again, it looks like, safeties. Who was it, James? Did you say if they needed a lot of safeties in this draft? Or you said they don't need a lot of safeties in this draft? I'm looking to see what he said. I'm kind of going back up. James says 7 and 8 rounds, 3rd and 4th round selected after that for practice and walk-on players. And 85% of those players, analysts don't know them either. Oh, okay. All right. It said after the 3rd round, you will see O-liner from Tulane, safeties from, I don't know, that place. I guess that's the point. It says hold on. We all going to be asking who these guys were. Now, this after the 3rd round. So this confirms what I said about Cameron Stillman Craig. I think he's going in the 3rd round. So yeah, that's on Cameron Stillman Craig, the 3rd round. So that's the answer there. It says, James, if we look at Sauce Gardner, Bo Nix, Jay Daniels, Garrett Wilson, CJ Stroud, Pitos, Xavier Worthy, Brock Purdy, this draft nowhere compares to the last 5 drafts. We can go down the line. Oh, okay. All right. It says they need a lot of safeties. So that is why Cameron Stillman Craig is probably going in the 3rd round at the latest. Okay, that's good. So Jimmy Horn Jr., we already know, late 1st round. We talked about the teams that need him. I think Jimmy, in my opinion, had been talked about the most. I think that's why he got that invite to the combine before the combine, because it was already being discussed. LeJounte balled out. That's why he got the combine invite there. I don't think Will Shepherd even needs the combine. I think the pro day and people already like Will Shepherd. So I think that's what we have with that. So let's see. Hold on one second. All right. So now what I wanted to talk about. So it looks like overall there are about 12 to 14 guys going to the draft. Let me just see right there. If somebody want to name them out, that's fine. But we're gonna start with Shedeur, Travis, Jimmy, LeJounte, Will Shepherd, Cameron Stillman Craig, Chidozie Nwankwo, BJ Green, Justin Mayers was a standout. I didn't see anything on him. I was looking. Justin Mayers is the offensive lineman too. And James, I think you said they need offensive linemen. So we're gonna put him in there. How many is that? That's 9. Shiloh's 10. Who else? That's 10. I feel like we missing somebody. So basically, that's 6 from the Shrine Bowl, 6 from the Hula Bowl. That's 12. And that's not counting 6 and 6. That's 12. All right, let's just see. I think it's 14. I feel like we missing somebody. Oh, y'all said Shane Cokes. All right, that's 11. Nope, that's 13 because I don't know. I think Shane Cokes went to the Hula Bowl though. All right, we just gonna say 12 to 14 players going to the NFL draft, and it looks like Shedeur, Travis, Chidozie, Shedeur, Travis, Cameron Silver, Craig, Chidozie, BJ Green, Will Shepherd, Jimmy Horn Jr., LeJounte. 8 out of 12 getting drafted. Shiloh Sanders, I don't know why. I keep forgetting Shiloh. 9 out of 12 players declaring for the draft actually getting drafted. We might have left somebody out. What y'all think about that? 9 players being drafted. I like it. I mean, I think that's pretty good. We have 7 rounds, and most of the people we talked about were going 1 through 4, maybe 5. So that's still round 6 and 7. And we didn't talk about people in round 6 and 7. Oh, Lavonta Bentley. I didn't have him. That was 11 or 12. Okay. That was 13 or 14, I think. So it depends. But that's good though. 22. I understand what you're saying. Bentley might be a 4th or 5th round pick, but he's still getting picked. I think that's what I like about it. James said, let's see, 22 said BJ going to Arizona. James, I was looking for what here it is right here. So James is basically saying 7 and 8. Let me start up here. After the 3rd rounds, you will see O linemen from Tulane, safeties from a school, Montana, etc. We all gonna say, who are these guys? That's because they weren't shown on ESPN 20 times a day. It says, James said the 7 and 8 rounds and the 3rd and 4th rounds selected after that for practice and walk on. So after the 3rd and 4th rounds, are you saying, James, after the 3rd and 4th rounds, the players that are selected in rounds 5, 6, and 7 are essentially trying out? I think that's what you're saying. I don't know. I agree, D-Lay. Shedeur is the best quarterback. BJ Green might go to Arizona. I like that. I do think he's get drafted. I think if they had him at 4 or 5, I do think he might be 3 or 4. I think the pro day will make the difference. And like you said, they have a need at that skill set. Again, I said all of our receivers will likely be gone by the end of the 2nd, beginning of the 3rd for sure. Cameron Silver Craig, 3rd round. I think Shiloh, in my opinion, Shiloh and Cam might go there together, but I say 2nd to 3rd. I don't see him being there after the 3rd. Remember, it's not just, there are intangibles that matter too. And that's why I think Shiloh will end up in the 2nd round. Let's see. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think we covered the Colorado Buff players in addition to Travis and Shedeur. The latest update, when I saw Shedeur, I don't know if he still looks like this, but the video that Cam Ward shown, go follow Cam's page at Cam Ward on YouTube. They were working out together. Shedeur had braids, cornrows, y'all. Stitch braids, call them whatever you want to. And I saw Juju today. He took his braids out, so he went back to the little curly locks. And they were doing footwork, the ladder. And the caption of the video is not just your ordinary footwork for a QB. So once again, Caden is standing out, and I'm starting to see in the comments that people see Caden is a natural leader. I see more and more comments after the videos. I read the comments. I know it's on Well Off Media and sometimes reach the people, but Well Off for sure. And they say, Caden is a natural leader. You can see it. I'm telling y'all, that's the guy that's going to get us. That's the guy that's going to get us past Georgia Tech. I'm telling y'all. It said 4 rounds. Oh, Kiel said 4 rounds. Colorado players been in a pro-style offense since Jackson State, and Shedeur got an arm. He gone early. Tom Brady signing off on that too. You better stop playing. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't see Russ and Shedeur in the same system. I don't see Russ. Now, they got to have a veteran quarterback. I don't see Russ being a guy that is like Jameis Winston, that they don't want him to start, even though Jameis backed up. I don't see Russ being that yet. Not yet. Just because Denver said he was washed up doesn't mean he's washed up. And I don't know what the heck happened in Pittsburgh. I thought when Russ got to Pittsburgh, I felt like it was a lifeline. That's just my opinion. I thought he was sent there to back up Justin Fields, but then I think Fields got hurt. Y'all are Pittsburgh fans, you let me know. And then he ended up taking a starting role. But if Denver is still paying Russ's salary, he gonna be somewhere. So that's the fact. That's matter of factly the truth. He's gonna be somewhere if Denver is still paying his salary. So, but I thought I read yesterday that Pittsburgh moved on from Russ, but I guess not. Maybe it's just speculation. It said that great number going to the draft from 1 year. It's no shame. Oh, it's no shame being picked late. No, it's not. Tom Brady, when was Tom Brady picked? Does anybody remember what round he was picked in? I don't want to say 6th, but he was a late round pick, I thought. It's not a shame in being picked late. No, look at, there it is right there. Look at Tom Brady. And some free agents make a name for themselves. Right. So to me, I feel like with Justin Mayers being an offensive lineman and offensive lineman being dominated at the top 3 rounds, I'm not saying he's going 3rd, but I'm saying he has a shot. Out of 7 rounds, he definitely has a shot if that's the demand. And this is the year for him to come out, and he did declare. I don't think any other offensive lineman declared. Let's see. Colorado as well has played in 3 different conferences in 3 years. Last round, last pick from Michigan. Oh, yeah. I mean, Mr. Irrelevant. There's some Mr. Irrelevants that become relevant in the league. So that's why I said, when you read, now the money might be different, but honestly, if I could get on a roster as a draft pick and make it, because you still got to make it. So to me, I would be grateful if I was picked 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. At least I was picked. And then even if I wasn't picked and I get the opportunity to walk on or try out or whatever, I'm hoping for that too. So to me, that takes us from 9 or 10 guys or 10 or 11 guys being drafted to maybe we get 3 more between practice squad, walk on, tryouts, or whatever. I'm not saying all 4, because I think it's 14. I'm not saying all 14 gonna make it, but it's gonna be pretty close. It's gonna be pretty close, especially because we do have a lot of guys that are the specialty type players, It said that will never happen again. Yeah, I don't know. But this was good, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this was good. This was good because we got a chance to spotlight some of the players that don't get talked about often. We had a chance to kind of familiarize ourselves with who's going to be where on draft day. I know I'm going live on day 1. We'll see how that goes, and I'll determine the rest of the days. But I know our guys are going top 10. Like I said, Travis, they keep him linked to New England, and somehow he got to 6. But then after he hit 6, they had him going to Vegas, because I think everybody knows the pick that Vegas has is going, they're going to try to trade it to the Browns and get the second pick. And that's where I think Shedeur come in. But if they're changing their minds, they're going to just go with 2 veteran quarterbacks, then that means that they're going to go for Travis. And Travis or Shedeur, whoever goes to Vegas, is going to end up with at least one person from the Buffs. Could be Chidozie, could be Will Shepherd, could be LeJounte, could be Jimmy Horn Jr. Peace and good night. All right, y'all. So I'm going to say good night, good night, good night, good night. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. This was good. I'm just glad we got to talk about other players. All right. So y'all know the Super Bowl is coming up. I will be live during the Super Bowl. Friday is game night. And if you didn't hit the like button yet, hit the like button on your way out. And if you don't have time to go to game night with us, just stop by and say hi on Friday. Otherwise, I will see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Consider becoming family or friends of What She Said. And thank y'all to the new members. James, thank you so much. James Anderson. That's your last name? That's what I see. And thanks to the returning members who come back all the time. Thank y'all so much. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.